Hello everyone, welcome back to Java Microservice hands-on video tutorial series. In this video, we are going to containerize our application, which we have already developed. And so I hope you have seen the previous videos and the application is running for you right now. Okay, if not, you can go ahead and check out the previous videos. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, once you have this account service project in place and everything is running, we are verified in local, we are good to go ahead and dockerize our application or containerize our application. So in the account service, you will already see a Docker file. Okay, so let's understand this. What this Docker file means is basically from Java 8. Basically, this is my base image that I want to use. So this base image will have a clone of Linux OS and a Java 8 installed in that. Okay, that's all. The base image will consist of, and our application will be running on 8080 port number. Okay, and now we have to tell what is the application that we want to run. Okay, so for that we have to copy our project jar from our folder to the image that we are going to build. So for that we have to we can see how from where does this come is basically go to target, and you will be able to see this particular jar. So this target and this particular service jar. So what we are saying is basically copy this particular jar into the image. Cool. So we have copied our project as well. Next is basically running our project. So you can do Java -jar, and yeah. So it's a Spring Boot based application. It will run if you just provide this particular command. That's all from the Docker file, and our application is now containerized. So we will be able to build images and ship it to Docker Hub. Okay, I'll introduce you to what Docker Hub and all is basically. So right now we need to open terminal, and yeah. So working with Docker always requires you to be in the sudo mode. So I'll just log into the sudo mode. Okay. Now we have to basically build our image. Okay. For that, I want you to go to the website if you want commands and all detail. So first is basically create a Docker file that we have already done. Next is basically create Docker account. Okay. So I want you to create an account on Docker Hub. Search Docker Hub on Google and go to this particular website. So it is similar to what GitHub repository is for codes. Here we store images. Okay. So I have already created an account. I have already logged in. I do not have any repositories as such right now. So when you create an account and verify your account, you will also be in the same state. Okay. Just want you to create an account and leave it. Cool. I don't think they are today any much. It is very simple, straightforward process of creating an account and verifying it. So once you have done that, the second step is done. Next is basically do a Docker login in local. So yeah, it will ask you for password. Okay. So I've already logged in before, so my logged in directly succeeded here. But it will ask you for username and password. Okay, so here you get, this is your Docker username and password, whichever you have set. Cool. And next thing we will do is basically build an image. Okay, let's build an image for our account service project. So I am in account service project where the Docker file exists, and Docker build will run this file and create a final image which consists of Java 8 and our project. Okay, let's run this command. Okay, so for me it is going to take a little less time again because Java 8 image is already present in my local system. Okay, I can show that to you by doing a Docker images. Okay, so here I had this Java 8 already installed in my system, which was quite large, and it was already there. So the image generation process was quick. Otherwise for you it will have to download these first, then it will create this particular image. Okay, And this is the image that has been created right now. So it was created 8 seconds ago with the command that we just ran. Okay. So yeah, our local image is also created. Now next we need to do is basically Docker tag that image. So basically we have to publish our image here, because from here we can copy that image to Google Cloud Platform to deploy it onto Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so this is connected to Google Cloud Platform, and from here you can download that image there and process it or run it. So next thing is basically tag. So tag basically follows Docker tag your service name, which in our case is account service. Next will be your Docker ID and the repository that you want to name it as. Basically, if there are no repositories here, whatever name you give here, the same repository will be created here as well. Okay, when you push the image. So let's copy this, and yeah, so just repeating one more time, this name has to be same as this name. Okay, and here it can be a different name, but I would recommend keeping it same to avoid any confusions. Just hit enter, and you should see the image has been tagged. So you can see this image has been tagged. Okay, now we can push this particular image to Docker Hub. So for that, just copy paste, and so it pushes this particular image as the latest version, the latest tag of this particular image it is going to push. Yeah, so if you do not understand these concepts of Docker, I will be creating a separate video explaining all the details and the workflow of Docker. But if you are already familiar with these commands, you might find this pretty straightforward. But if you're not comfortable or you're new to Docker, I'll be publishing a new video tutorial series. You can go through that. But for now, please follow along. Okay. I'll try to explain in detail as much as possible what are the steps that are currently happening. Okay, so we have logged into Docker, we have built our image, we have tagged our image to one particular repository, and we pushed it. So once the push is successful, this repository should start appearing here. Okay, let's hope this is successful quickly. And next is basically testing the local changes before we push it to Kubernetes Google Cloud Platform. Okay, cool. So this is great. This we have completed this step, and the image has been published. So let's try to refresh once and verify. Cool. So you see here the image has been published here. From here you can download it into the Google Cloud Platform and run your image directly. But before doing that, what we should ideally do is basically just test this image once in our local system before we actually go into deploying into production. Let's assume the Google Cloud Platform is like a production and our local computer is like a dev environment. So we want to test this particular image. So for that, I just want you to delete previous images. Okay, we want to remove these two images. Okay, and download from here and then run it. I hope you're getting my point. I want to delete the local images, not use any local image, but mimic the Google Cloud Platform behavior, basically download and run. Okay, so for that I just need to remove the local images by Docker RMI account service. This image is removed. I will have to remove the other one as well. Docker RMI Docker ID account service. This is also removed. So let's see again what are the local images that I have. So yeah, I have successfully removed these two. Now this is something similar to what Google Cloud will be doing. So it does not have any images right now. It is going to download from Docker Hub and then run it. Okay, and if our project runs successfully, we will go ahead with the Kubernetes deployment. So this is how we run our Docker command to run a project. Basically, Docker run what image it should run and what internal port should be mapped to external world port. Okay. Again, this should be part of the Docker tutorial series. Hence, I'm not going into detail of each and every command. So I'll just try to explain on the brief. So this is external world port. This is the internal container port. Okay, run. So it says unable to find the image locally, which is absolutely correct with whichever word. That is what we wanted. And it is trying to pull the image from, okay, it has downloaded the image from there. And yeah, we ran into error that the port is already in use. Let's go ahead and kill that project once, whichever is running on local. Cool. So we have killed our local project which was running before. Now the port is available, the project should come up. So yeah, so great, the project has come up, and yeah, looks like it is also connected to the database. The cluster connection is also successful, the MongoDB connection. And let's test this once in the local before we ship it to Kubernetes. Yeah, it's working fine. So this has actually hit our application and interacted with the MongoDB cloud database and gotten us the result. So I hope you are clear with all the steps that we have followed during the Docker containerization of our application. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. Anything with respect to Docker specifically, if you do not understand the concept of node or what is a container or what is an image, I'll definitely make a separate video on this. But if you have followed along the steps and your application is running fine, I think we're good to go to the next step. Stay tuned. Next is something we will do is very exciting. Basically, deploy our application to Kubernetes cluster on Google Cloud Platform. And yeah, that's all. Thank you for staying this long. Stay tuned. Thank you.